how do I delete my shop? How do I get rid of it? On Google Maps, it keeps appearing. Well, many of you have been saying that even when you've tried to delete your Google My Business listing, or maybe you've had your listing there or your shop there for a while, and you've gone in to try and delete it, it just doesn't disappear. Well, Google is aware that it's not a straightforward case of just deleting a business altogether. But why is that? Well, Google's view is that it could just be that someone's making a mistake by saying it's deleted when it's not. It could just be that you're actually moving, so it may be a case if you want to take some of that information and then deliver it on the new address. But it could also be that someone's going to buy the shop and they'll end up buying that detail as well if they move in under new management. So Google itself seems to be controlling when eventually a business totally disappears, and generally it wants photographic proof of it disappearing. So what happens if you decide you want to delete your business or permanently close it? Well, Google takes that into account and just limits how much information for that business is shown. It's kind of gone into a temporary lockdown. So if you want to close down a business properly, you're probably going to need to show some photographic proof. And you can do that quite simply these days by just logging into your Google My Business, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. If you go to your business by just typing in your address, and then it will come up, and then you can edit your business information here on this panel that comes up under your business, change name or other details. And so, for instance, if you just wanted to change that there because it's not Croydon, it should be Bournemouth, you can add that change and then you can send, or maybe the telephone number. This is just for the basics. You can update the location on the map as well, so you may want to do it this way by clicking on there, and maybe you just want to change it slightly where it is on the map as well. That's another way to reset the map or to do that as well. So there's a few ways you can edit your location if you wanted to change it on Google Maps. So how do you delete your Google Maps or Google location? Well, again, you just want to find your business. So the simplest way is just to type in your business. It should then come up on Google on the knowledge panel here. If you go into edit your business information, and this time you want to remove this place, so click on that, and now you want to say why you're wanting to remove it, and you've got quite a few options here. So is it temporarily closed? So it could just be that you want to close it down for a while and then with the idea of opening up in the future. Is it permanently closed? Well, that might be the case. Is it just it doesn't exist? We've just got it wrong, which of course in this video tutorial is the case. Could it be that we found we've got it already listed? Or could it be that it's misleading, or other areas? Perhaps if you've moved location, that would be a good one as well, if that's the reason. Or other, you can even explain. So we've got a lot more detail here now. This has just been updated in Google, and that's why I wanted to share this with you as well. So I'm going to go for it doesn't exist here. And then it will then ask about photos to prove that. So you're suggesting that this doesn't exist. So it doesn't just a case of going online and getting rid of someone else's business, but you have to then give a bit of proof behind it as well. It could just be that we want to permanently close it. And again, we need to prove that that's the case. We're suggesting that it doesn't exist. So Google isn't just going to take one closure. We have to prove it to Google as well. If you click other, you can then explain the reasons for you to get rid of it as well. So in my case, I just want to get rid of it because it doesn't exist. Now, the one thing to bear in mind is Google doesn't remove it straight away. So even though the majority of the information won't exist and won't be findable for people, it won't disappear overnight. Google decides to do it on a manual basis when it decides to do it. And a lot of people have been wondering why it is that they've deleted their business and yet it still seems to be appearing. It is limited what it shows, but it will still show some information. So just make sure you give as much detail. Google likes photographs. When you take a photo to prove something's been demolished or disappeared or change of address, Google tends to respond a lot quicker and a lot more accurately. So Google isn't making it particularly easy to delete businesses at this time, but Google does make it a lot easier to edit your business and even to add a business on Google Maps. So if you want to know how to add a new business on Google Maps, then meet me on this video here.